Buenas noches. La videoclase de hoy es para hacer un repaso sobre el tiempo verbal del presente, perdón, del pasado continuo. Este es un tema de los cuales tenemos asignados para realizar actividades esta semana. Tomé este tema para explicarlo debido a que el pasado simple, que también está para realizar esta semana, ya lo hemos explicado en anteriores videoclases. Entonces, este tema siendo nuevo para nuestro programa de aprendizaje, lo voy a retomar para explicarlo y de pronto saber si tienen alguna duda. Voy a compartir mi pantalla para poder ir paso a paso revisando información sobre la estructura y sobre las funciones de este tiempo verbal. Ok, bueno, entonces aquí ya podrán ver ustedes el bucle de subpantallas, lo que estoy compartiendo. Voy a abrir la presentación. Es sobre past continuous, right? Okay, so the structure. For the structure of the past continuous, basically we have the subject. In this case, I am using personal pronouns I, you, we, they, he, she, it. But remember that a subject can be a person, Manuel, Lucila, Ingrid, or a group of people, right? My brothers and I, my parents, my friends. Here, the second piece of information we have in the structure is verb to be. Verb to be in the past form. I was, you were, we were, they were, he was, she was, it was. And the third piece of information we have in this structure is the verb in the ing form, right? A verb. It means the principal verb, the action verb. Let's check an example to understand a little more about this. For example, I was playing. So what is the action? Play, right? So that is what I mean about the principal verb, the action verb. I was playing. Remember, this is the past continuous. So in Spanish, it would be something similar to yo estaba jugando o yo estuve jugando, right? Remember that in Spanish, we have different past tenses. You were reading. You, subject, were, verb to be, in past, reading, principal verb in the ing form. You were reading in Spanish would be something similar to estuviste leyendo o estabas leyendo. He was eating. Again, he is the person, the subject, was, verb to be in the past, eating, principal verb in the ing form. It means the action verb. Okay, let's check the forms. When I say forms, it means the affirmative, negative, and interrogative forms of this structure. So for the past continuous, the affirmative is the one I previously explained. I was playing, you were playing, he was playing, she was playing, it was playing, we were playing, you were playing, they were playing. In the negative, remember, we always use the negative particle not, okay? So in this case, it is contracted, right? Wasn't is the contraction of was not, okay? Well, so I wasn't playing, you weren't playing, he wasn't playing, she wasn't playing, it wasn't playing, we weren't playing, you weren't playing, they weren't playing. In the interrogative form, the only thing that we do is to change position between the to be and the subject. Okay? The subject and the verb to be change position. Was I playing? Were you playing? Was he playing? Was she playing? Was it playing? Were they playing? That's it. Okay? Remember, the rest of information is for you to remember the contracted forms. Was not, wasn't, were not, weren't. Okay, so let's check now the functions. The past continuous. If we check the timeline, we can point ourselves in now. Now is the present. Then we have the future and right now the past. The past continuous is to mention or to point at an action that was in progress in some time in the past. An action that was in progress sometime in the past. Okay? There are three main functions for with the past continuous tense. The first one, interrupted action. An interrupted action, for example, I was cooking when you called me, right? I was cooking is the progressive activity, the activity that was in progress. And the action that interrupts is you called me. So it is an action that interrupts the action that was in progress. And the action that was in progress is expressed with the past continuous. I was cooking when you called me. We were eating when Mary arrived. So the action that interrupts is Mary arrived. The action that was in progress at that moment, we were eating. Another function is for a specific time as an interruption. Okay, so for example, yesterday morning I was studying. So it means the action that was in progress at that time I am mentioning. I mentioned yesterday morning, right? Yesterday morning I was studying. Last Friday at 7 a.m. I was sleeping, right? Okay. Then we have parallel actions, two actions in progress at the same time. While he was washing the car, I was cleaning the house. While is a very important word here. While means mientras in Spanish, right? Mientras. While he was washing the car, I was cleaning the house. We were watching a movie while the kids were playing outside. While is generally used to introduce an action in progress, okay? In this case, two parallel actions that are in progress. Okay, so now we have here an exercise. The idea is to remember the conjugation of verb to be in the past, to practice a little bit more with the past continuous structure. So, for example, in number 1, were they watching TV at midnight? No, they weren't. This is a question form. Were they watching? And the short answer, no, they weren't. That's it. For answers, we use the verb to be as the auxiliary. In negative, weren't, or affirmative, were, wasn't, or was. Okay, let's check number 2. We eating lunch in the cafeteria at noon. We were eating lunch in the cafeteria at noon. Remember, we is plural. Where is used with these plural forms. The next one is a question. What is the conjugation using you? Where? Were you talking on the phone a few minutes ago? No, I wasn't. What is the conjugation for I? I was. In affirmative, I wasn't. In negative. Number 4, I walking home when I saw the car accident. I was walking home when I saw the car accident. Number 5, my classmate and I were studying together at the library. Here it is plural because it's my classmate and I, 2 people. Okay. 6, while he cleaning the house, while he was cleaning the house, we were cooking. Okay. Number 7, what you doing at 1 o'clock? What were you doing at 1 o'clock? I was sleeping. 8, the car engine working, so I had to fix it. Was working. Well, in this case, it would be negative. Wasn't working. So I'll have to fix that. Okay. Great. All right. Yeah, the idea is the car engine. The car engine is el motor del carro. Wasn't working. No funcionaba. So I had to fix it. Lo tuve que reparar. That's why it was in negative. Were you listening to the teacher? Yes, I was. At 7 o'clock, Mr. Smith robbing the bank. Was robbing the bank. Stephen was doing his homework. He was playing with his friends. Again, here must be in negative. Stephen wasn't doing his homework. He was playing with his friends. I'm sorry. Well, we fix it. Right. It raining last night, so I took my umbrella. It was raining last night, so I took my umbrella. And studying in London last year, and was studying. I working as a teacher when I first met your mother. I was working as a teacher when I first met your mother. We were swimming while you playing volleyball. That's it. Okay, let's continue with a second exercise. This time you have to complete these 6 sentences with the past continuous form of the given verbs, the verbs in parentheses, right? So Betty jogged while it rained. Jog. Remember, jog is trotar. Betty was jogging while it was raining. 2 parallel actions. Yesterday at about 3 p.m. or 3 in the afternoon, Sandra not study. Was not studying. Or in contracted form, wasn't studying. 3. Mike not draw, he play all day long. Remember that is with the past continuous. Mike was not drawing, he was playing all day long. Okay? Number 4, the little kids sleep while their mom cook dinner. 2 parallel actions. The little kids were sleeping while their mom was cooking dinner. Carlos shaved when he heard a knock on the door. Carlos was shaving when he heard a knock on the door. So an interrupted action. 6. When I got home, Marta not do homework. Was not doing homework. That's it. Okay. Okay, that's it. So I stopped sharing my screen. That was the presentation I had for you. Mainly, it was as you see, to review some aspects of the past continuous. It is important to remember that is to give out or to express an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past. Okay, it is very useful if you understand the complete idea and try to understand it completely before you decide if you need to use the past continuous or the past simple, right? Because as you notice, we use both the past continuous and the past simple at the same time. For example, in the idea, we were using an interrupted action, right? So the action that interrupts is always expressed in the past simple, and the action that was in progress, well, the past continuous. That's it. So if you have any question or you need more information or exercises related to the past continuous, please send me a message or an email, right? Thank you very much. I didn't have any people tonight during this virtual class, but I am recording the session, so I hope that you can watch this video recording later this week. Good night and goodbye.